What's up guys, welcome back. In today's video,
Use code Flea in the Fortnite item shop. Double edit speed, but you never gonna stop. Use code Flea in the Fortnite item shop. Edit like OD from the bottom to the top.
Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back. So that intro was by my man Ebanks. If you did watch my last video, you would have seen him in that. And he actually made my own Code Flea intro, so shout out to you, man. I really appreciate that. But in today's video, I'm going to be going over 4 of the most useful high ground retakes. Especially since Season 4 just came around, there are so many people playing public games now. So I thought I'd put together this video for you guys. But just before the video starts, you guys know what to do. Drop a like and subscribe. As well as consider using a Code Flea in the item shop, just like you heard in the intro. It does double your edit speed, and in today's video it's going to be doubling your retakes. And of course, you already know I'm playing on the default account because default accounts just double your FPS. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so we've just loaded up into creative, and I know I did say 4 retakes in the intro, but we've actually got 5 here, and we're basically going to be starting off from easiest to hardest. So starting with this one is the protected box jumps, and it uses only 50 materials. This is the extra one that I did add in just because so many people do it. It's literally like such an easy retake, and it is super useful, so let's get right into it. So pretty much all this retake is when you're running up a ramp, you just do a side jump into a little box. That's why it's called a protected box jump. And then from here, a lot of people just edit out the front, but let me just show you what a protected box jump actually looks like. So basically it's just as simple as that. You're just jumping up one layer and into a box, and you can also do it to the other side. So it's just simple as that. And when I see people like Sway do this move, he normally goes like this and then places a ramp behind him, so he actually has even more protection. And then he'll most likely edit out the front and then go into another retake. Now, a super quick tutorial on how to do this move. Basically, all you want to do is just have a ramp piece and a cone piece or a floor piece above you. So pretty much when you jump out, you just want to kind of look up and get this first wall and then get this wall here. And then as your body comes up, all you want to do is just place a floor at the top and a floor at the bottom like that. And then you should land in this little half box. And pretty much it should look like this. So it's that simple. And you can just keep practicing like this. And there you go, that is a nice simple way to be jumping up one layer protected. Like I said, we're starting off simple, let's get into the next one. Now coming over to retake number 2, we have protected side jumps. These are pretty much like protected box jumps, but this time you're actually using a cone and you're landing on the ramp. It's a little bit harder, but this is so useful, probably the most useful move you can do in Fortnite. Basically, like the protected box jumps, you're jumping up in a box, but this time in that box, you actually have a ramp and a cone, and you can keep doing these repetitively to get up one layer in a box. Let me just show you what it looks like. So protected side jump basically is just that. So as you can see, rather than being down on the floor here, we're actually on the ramp, so we can actually jump up another layer. Also, if you wanted to, you could just do another protected side jump, and you can just keep doing these things up and up. So as you can see, from your enemy's perspective, you're literally building the Great Wall of China and they can't do anything about it. You can also, of course, like the last retake, you can do it from the other direction. So this is just a good one to practice because it's literally, you're just going up a layer and you're protecting yourself every single time. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, Flea, how do I actually do the protected side jumps? Well, basically all you need to do is like the last one, jump up, place these 2 walls. And what I like to do after that is actually place my floor and my ramp. And then once I land, I place my cone. But you can do it the other way. You can actually do the 2 walls and the cone and then land on the floor and the ramp like that. So just experiment with what method you prefer. I just prefer to land and then do the cones. So yeah, that was protected side jumps. Let's move on to the next one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, retake number 3, I just called it the reverse maneuver. It takes a total of 100 mass skews, and basically all you're doing is just doing a 180 and placing some ramps and cones to hopefully stop your opponent from getting high ground. For this one, it's not so much about the retake itself, but it's more so what you can do after it. So let me just show you the retake real quick. So basically when you get into a double ramp like this, all you want to do is just place a cone here, and then place a wall behind you, a wall next to you, land on this ramp, then place a ramp up here, a ramp over there. And the really good thing about this retake is you can actually place these cones really far away. So this is why I like doing this so much. And then from this position, you can do so many things. So in full speed, it looks something like this. And then once you have those cones up there, you can literally do anything. One thing I like doing from here is actually editing this cone, placing 2 walls here, and then just doing a side jump. Or something else you can do from here is actually just place a cone here, a cone next to you, and kind of do like a little fake out jump out. So your enemy won't really expect you going in the opposite direction from what you built at. There's just so many things you can do from this, but the main part of the move is just trying to get those ramps and cones as far away from you as possible. And you can also obviously do this from the other direction. There's just so many things you can do with this move. So yeah, it's more of like a combo piece than just something to do on its own. But let's get on to the next one. Now this next retake is called the Wifi cone jump out. Basically, it's something that I do all the time. Probably one of the most useful moves in the game to not only throw your opponent off, but to get high ground instantly. Like every time I do this in a public match, it's instant high ground. And as you can see, it does use 110 materials. So let me just show you what this looks like. So bang, bang. I do this all the time. It's that easy. Well, it's easy because I've actually done it a lot, but it took me a while to get down. But pretty much for all you newcomers, what a Wifi cone is, basically it was an old move where you'd place these 4 walls and a cone above you like this. Kind of create this little box thing. So when your opponent was behind you, you made like this little protected box. But instead of just doing a normal Wifi cone and then going back into a double ramp, what we're actually going to do is when you jump to do that, what you want to do is land on the ramp up here. So pretty much place your walls, and then as you're coming back around, you jump and put a cone in a ramp, and you should land in this position here. And then from here, you can either place a wall beforehand, or you can actually just do a wall afterwards. If I actually try and do it the opposite way real quick, it's very slow. Like you will look like this when you start. Once you get good at it, like I can do my right hand, it's literally so easy. It's all about momentum. That. And like I said before, an even better way to do this move is to actually do it, and then when you land on this ramp, place the wall before you jump, and then when you do the jump out, you actually already have that protected wall. So in full speed, that looks like this. So that is pretty much it right there. Now that is actually pretty hard to get used to. Alrighty. Let's move on to the next retake. Now for the last retake number 5, and debatably the most important retake, is protected jump outs, and these use a total of 90 mats if you do 2 of them. This is in fact the second fastest high ground retake in the game, right behind a double 90, but this is just so much better than a double 90 and actually uses less mats. I still have no idea why everyone isn't doing these. They are literally so insane. Let me show you. So pretty much, as you should know by now, a protected jump out is basically just when you place the wall in the cone before you jump, and then you just jump out and land on the ramp. And this is a very good move, but actually doing 2 of them in the row is one of the fastest high ground retakes in the game if you get the right momentum. So most people, when they do their double jump outs, is they either do it without walls, so it's not as protected, and if your enemy was actually looking at you, they could easily hit you. Whereas if you actually have those protected walls, you're a lot more boxed in and a lot harder to hit. So I see so many people when they do these double jump outs is they'll land here and then they'll land here. Whereas what you actually want to do is you want to jump out on an angle. So rather than jumping out over here, you want to jump out as far over that direction as you can. So it would look something like this. And basically you're landing on this side of the ramp. And then when you go to do your second jump out, you're almost already ready to jump. Bang, and you're up. So in fast motion, it should look something like this. Bang, bang. So pretty much almost like double jumping. It's just jump, jump. That was obviously without the walls. Here's what it looks like with the walls. Walls, bang, bang. It's literally that easy. Super fast and will take some time to get used to, but it literally is like you're basically doing the exact same thing you do in a double 90, but you're just so much more protected. It's actually really easy to practice as well. So if you just want to practice without the walls, you literally just do a side jump and then just do another one and just keep practicing. Just simple like this. And then eventually you want to start getting a little bit more momentum, and you can literally do infinite side jumps. You want to minimize how much you're actually running on this retake. You just want to be mainly jumping so you can get the fastest high ground possible. And of course you can do it to the other side, so you can do it jumping out to the left. Just like that. So I'm not as good doing it to the left, but it's still pretty easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there is 5 protected and useful high ground retakes that you can do in Season 4. I'm just gonna finish the video off using these retakes in some combos. If you did make it to the end of the video, drop a purple heart in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.